I'm on a mission to find the best off-meta teams, and I think I may have found something truly exceptional, and it involves Mega Beedrill. So today I'll go over the team, show you some games where I play it, and at the end I'll share the replica code with you so you can try it for yourself. Alright, starting off with the start of the show, we have Mega Beedrill. For the spread, we're running 2 points in HP, 32 in attack, and 32 in speed with a jolly nature. This gives us the maximum amount of opportunity to outspeed our opponents, and more than likely we won't get outsped by anything once we have Mega evolved, unless the opponent might be running Trick Room or Tailwind. For the ability, I'm running Sniper. This boosts the power of our critical hits by 125% instead of 50%. To be honest with you, once again, I basically don't evolve Mega evolve Beedrills straight away, so this is almost useless when I'm playing. With Beedrill's ability, once it Mega evolves, it gets adaptability. Now, adaptability, what it does is it takes your stab type moves, and instead of being a 1.5 times multiplier, it's a 2 times multiplier. So that means that Poison Jab, U-Turn, and Lunge, which we're running, all get increased even more once we Mega evolve. Poison Jab gives us some stab damage into fairy type Pokemon and grass type Pokemon. It also gives us increased damage because of the adaptability. Protect is just for surviving. U-Turn is for stab and pivoting, and this move does a lot of damage. I've one-shot Orangaroos with this, so don't be afraid of using this if the opponent is trying to set up Trick Room, because usually that is going to be a psychic type Pokemon trying to achieve that. Lunge is here for some more stab type damage, but also gives us the opportunity to lower our opponent's attack stat when we need to lower their attack down. So say for example you're fighting into something like a Incineroar, you need to drop its attack, or you're fighting into a Heracross, you need to drop its attack. Anything basically that you need to drop its attack, this move is really good into, plus it does pretty huge damage. Next up on the team is Sinister. Sinister is running the usual spread for us. It's 32 HP, 14 defense, 1 special attack, 18 special defense, and 1 speed with a bold nature, just making it as defensively bulky as possible. We are running the Hospitality ability, which gives us a health boost on our Pokemon once we switch Sinister in, and we're also running Leftovers to make it survive for just a truckload longer than usual. For the moves, we're using Protect for stalling out turns against our opponent, Rage Powder for redirection. I'm also running Life Dew for a little bit more sustain, but this could easily be like Calm Mind if you just want to have like a setup move, or Shadow Ball if you just want to deal some stab damage into Psychic and Ghost type Pokemon. And then I'm running Machagotcha for some more stab spread damage with healing and the chance to burn. Honestly, this move is absolutely insane. The fact that this thing can burn and heals you for half the damage that it deals is just like, why did they even give this move to a Pokemon? But it is just an excellent grass type move. Probably the best grass move in the game. Next up is Rotom Wash. Rotom is a bulky special attacker boasting a 32 HP, 6 defense, 2 special attack, and 26 special defense with a calm nature, boosting our special defense even further. We're running a Citrus Berry on the Rotom as per usual, but you can switch Citrus Berry and Leftovers on Sinister and Rotom if that is more up to your preference. For the moves, I'm running Hydro Pump for some stab damage into fire types and ground types if we need to. Thunderbolt helps deal with water and flying types. Protect is just a personal preference. Gives me some more survivability turns, but you could run like Volt Switch on this move slot if you wanted to. And then once again, Will-O-Wisp is also a preference move. This is so that we can shut down physically offensive Pokemon, but you could run like Shadow Ball or something else in this slot should you desire a bit more offense out of your Rotom. Next up is Clefable. Clefable is running 32 HP, 32 defense, and 2 special defense with a bold nature, boosting its defense even further. For the item on the Clefable, we are running a Mental Herb. The Mental Herb just allows us to use our redirective moves a little bit easier into things like Meowstic, into things like Sableye and Whimsicott. And we're also running the Unaware ability. This means that when we are getting attacked, or when we are attacking, we just ignore our opponent's stat boosts. Okay, so it's pretty good. It means that setup attackers don't really deal a huge amount of damage into Clefable. It'll always just be as if they were before they set up. We're running Follow Me for redirection, so this is your other option outside of Sinister if you need it. We're running Sunny Day for the next Pokemon that I'm going to show you. This helps deal with boosting their attacks, but it also helps to reduce the impact that our Chaludon has when matching up into it. Helping Hand helps us to just boost our partner Pokemon's ability to deal damage. And then Dazzling Gleam is just a little bit of stab type coverage if we need it. Now you could swap Dazzling Gleam out, you could swap Helping Hand out or Sunny Day out. Really, I picked this Pokemon for Follow Me in the first place. Next up is Cerulege. Cerulege is boasting 29 HP, 32 attack, and 5 in its speed stat along with an adamant nature. This gives it the most attack, the most bulk possible with a little bit of speed, just ensuring that it can deal with anything that comes its way. I am using the Focus Sash on my Cerulege, even though I've given it a lot of HP. The reason being is because I'm also running weak armor, so I just want to make sure that we do survive for one hit. As long as we survive for one hit, we will be the fastest thing on the field and we can start going to town. For the moves, we're running Bitter Blade. Bitter Blade is an excellent fire type move, 90 base damage. Heals us for 50% of the damage that we may deal with it, which is just absolutely insane. Shadow Claw helps us to deal with Ghost and Psychic types. Shadow Sneak gives us a little bit of priority, and then Protect allows us to bait and stall out turns if we need to. And last on this team is Hydreigon. Hydreigon is a bulky special attacker in this team. We're running 26 HP, 32 special attack, and 8 in speed with a modest nature. Now this spread is sort of random. I don't actually know why I selected this spread of stats, so you could definitely play this differently. You could just go full HP, full special attack, but I thought I would go 126 speed just to outspeed anything in that bracket if there was anything. Now for the item, I'm running the Rosalie Berry to try and survive Fairy types attacks. I'm not really sure because I don't often bring this Pokemon into the Fairy type matchup, but if you do get caught off guard by your opponent who is using a Fairy type move on a Pokemon you're not expecting it on, this could save your life because this thing is so weak to Fairy type Pokemon. For the moves, I'm running Flash Cannon for a little bit of stab into the Fairy matchup, but also for helping to deal with Aerodactyl. Because we're running Tailwind on the Hydreigon, we usually want to lead it into Aerodactyl as well. So once we've both set up Tailwind and things are sort of neutral, you can sort of fire off Flash Cannon. It'll deal like 80% of its HP in one hit, which is pretty good. Protect for survivability, Tailwind obviously for that speed control, and then Draco Meteor for some big stab damage. Just helps out a lot and deals some serious damage. For leads, I've found that Sinister and Beedrill, or Sinister and Cerulege, are pretty consistent. The hardest matchup for this team is Charizard Y and Torkoal compositions. They really shut us down and can be challenging to deal with, so try leading Hydreigon and Cerulege, or Rotom and Cerulege into these teams. Into Sneasler, leading with Sinister and Rotom is pretty handy, as you can double protect if needed, or aim to set up Will-O-Wisp on him early on, which helps shut down the Sneasler. For the Chaludon matchup, leading with Rotom and Sinister is your best option, as Rain Boosted Hydro Pump still does significant damage to our Chaludon, and Sinister can eat up a few Electro Shots before going down. However, the biggest threat is the Pelipper, so removing that early can really help out a ton. With that said, if you're enjoying the off-meta teams, let me know so I can keep making them. Enjoy the games, and future me will see you at the end. And then I think I'm running Cerulege in the back. That'll help to deal with the Typhlosion, and then Sinister, Clefable, or Hydreigon do I want? Clefable's actually pretty good into the matchup, but it's not going to deal a huge amount of damage. Hydreigon is not going to deal a huge amount either. I'm going to run Sinister as my last Pokemon in this game. It's going to give me an opportunity to switch in for Hospitality if I need to. It also gives me another resistance to the Gyarados if it is Mega Gyarados. Okay, so he leads Typhlosion and Raichu. Does Raichu learn Fake Out? I don't actually know if Raichu learns Fake Out. I think it does, so I'm going to protect the Beedrill here. Otherwise, we're going to die to Typhlosion. And he Fake Out into the Rotom. Typhlosion goes for Eruption. Interesting that he faked out the Rotom. We don't die to this. There's basically nothing. We flinch, so we can't move. Gonna launch the Hydro Pump into that slot. And I'm gonna U-turn out on the Raichu, because it's probably like Focus Sash or something. Oh my word, he still was faster than me. That's unbelievable. That is absolutely unbelievable. So it's Choice Scarf, which is crazy. Thunderbolt does some decent damage. There's the Hydro Pump. That will KO. So I sort of traded my Beedrill for Typhlosion there, which isn't that good. But I can bring in Sinister now and just get some healing, which is really good, so I will. Now we know we cannot use the... We cannot use any... electric type moves. Jesus, bit of a brain fart there. I'm gonna protect, and I'm just gonna go for a Matcha Gotcha here and try and reduce his attack if I can. Maybe get a burn off on the Sneasler. That would be really ideal, because he is trying to KO this right now. Yeah, that was perfect for us. Can we get a burn on the Sneasler? That would be so ideal. Oh my word. What a goated Pokemon this one is. Okay, and... I wonder if he close combats into the Rotom, or if he probably just goes for a... like a Diaclaw into the Sinister, maybe? I think Raichu is now my biggest threat of an opponent. Am I ever just Rage Powdering this? I think I am, eh? I think I'm just using Rage Powder plus Hydro Pump to try and kill the Raichu. Hopefully we don't miss. There's a Thunderbolt. So Raichu is faster than Sneasler. The close combat comes out. There it is. He was trying to get the Unburden. He doesn't get it. We get the Hydro Pump off. That's massive. There you go. Goodbye, Raichu. And now, who's in the back? Maybe Gyarados? As expected. So Gyarados is probably playing Mega Gyarados. So I'm just going to protect this, and I'm going to go for the Matcha Gotcha again as just a way to try and get another burn on the Gyarados. And I think Mega Gyarados, from my recollection, turns into like a dark type Pokemon. There's a Mold Breaker, so this, he can Earthquake us now. Goes for the Diaclaw, does pretty much nothing. We do get poisoned, which is kind of unfortunate. And he goes for a Dragon Dance, okay. We missed the Sneasler, which is a little unfortunate. We could get a burn though. That deals so much damage. Okay. So I mean, he could Earthquake, and if he does, then we just die. But I'm actually okay with that. I'm just going to use Rage Powder and go for a Thunderbolt, just in case he goes for like a single target attack into the Rotom, because Rotom is his enemy right now. His #1 threat. He goes for crunch. Okay. And we don't survive a crunch. Do we survive a close combat from Sneasler? Oh, it's a Diaclaw instead. We definitely survive that. Do not get put to sleep. Do not get put to sleep. Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Okay. And now we just wrap this up with the Cereledge. So Beedrill didn't do a lot in this game, unfortunately, because I did get outsped by a Typhlosion with a Choice Scarf. But at the end of the day, it's absolutely fine, because now we're in this situation where we just clean up with Cereledge anyway. The burn onto the Sneasler was so beneficial for us. Yeah, so Diaclaw, I mean, he could try and put me to sleep maybe. Poison me maybe. So he puts me to sleep, that's fine. Doesn't really change anything. And we pick up the win. With a critical hit, but I don't think it would have mattered because we still had another turn after that one where we were guaranteed to attack pretty much. So maybe not actually, because he might have like close combated into the Rotom. Anyway, I'm on a 3-win streak with this game, guys, and we hit Master Ball. So, you know, if you were here, type it in the comments. If you were here, we hit Master Ball playing these off-meta teams, and we'll go to the next game. Okay, next game with this team. Let's see what we got. Versing Speed E47. Whatever that means. And it is the Charizard Floette matchup. Okay, so Rotom and Cereledge is pretty good here. With Beedrill hiding in the back. Plus, do I ever bring Hydreigon? I don't think so. I think it's just Sinistcha. I'm going to go like this. Because, like, if he does go Sneasler, then that's fine. We can just attack into the Floette if he leads Floette, if he leads Charizard, Sneasler, it's a different story though. Okay, he leads Incineroar, Charizard. And we get intimidated right off the bat, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. And look, we really have to deal with that Charizard before he can get going, so I'm just going to protect here. What the hell? This is the hard matchup. The hardest matchup. Okay, so he's going for the kill into the Rotom straight away. Do I sacrifice the Sinistcha here? I don't really want to sacrifice anything. Yeah, I don't really want to sacrifice anything here, so I thought that was Shadow Claw that I was clicking there, but okay. I kind of fucked that up big time. I should survive a Solar Beam and get the Citrus Berry proc, but I don't know if I survive a Darkest Lariat. There's a Thunderbolt, does that KO. Oh my god, imagine if we had used Shadow Claw instead of Shadow Sneak. Unfortunately, my head is in the way. He goes for Parting Shot. Oh my god, that's so big for us. That is so big for us. Sneasler maybe in the back? Blow it. What the fuck? Doesn't he just protect the Charizard this turn? I'm going to go for a double protect because I suspect that he's going for a rock slide plus... Bro, so cooked, man. So cooked. He went for outrage. I'm gonna play aggressive and go for a double switch here. And see what happens. This is a really, really radical play. And I wish that I could switch out the Cerealage first. But, for Sinister, but I just can't. Because that would heal my Rotom, but I just can't afford to. I gotta put the Beedrill in that slot. Oh my word, the liquidation. And a parting shot into my Beedrill. Yeah, that's fine. So we do know for a fact that it is in fact not a Choice Scarf Garchomp, which is good information for us to get there. And what's this, Sneasler? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to go for the burn. We're going to go for a burn here. So he's got Outrage. He's got Liquidation on the Garchomp. Now what is he just bringing in the Incineroar again? I mean, yeah, that's what this Pokemon's good for, right? Can we get a burn? We cannot. I'm gonna go again for the burn, and if I bring in Cerealage, that's probably my best Pokemon into this. I'm not Mega Evolving the Beedrill just yet. Not while he has Fake Out pressure. Diaclaw. Okay, he doesn't go for the Fake Out. Probably goes for Parting Shot again. Oh, he's actually going to pick up the KO now, and the Paralysis actually got him the kill. I think I'm faster. Oh, maybe the crit on the kill, but... Okay, now he has no Fake Outs. I'm not scared of Fake Out at all now. Does this KO on the slot? I don't know. I think that my Beedrill just dies to a Flare Blitz from this thing. The double switch. Okay. So we are going to drop the Garchomp's attack. Oh my goodness, that hurts like a bitch. And we pick up the KO onto the Dragonite at the same time. He is going to bring back in the Incineroar, which is so annoying. It's so goddamn annoying. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to go for a Bitter Blade into the Garchomp slot, because he could swap that slot into Sneasler. He could also swap the Incineroar into Sneasler. And if Rotom goes down, then Rotom goes down. That is what it is. There's a Liquidation, but, mate, 0 damage. 0 damage. Here's a Bitter Blade for you. This is gonna hurt. Why did that... Oh, the Intimidate drop. Yeah, Darkest Lariat probably KOs us from this range. Oh, Flare Blitzes instead. Does that KO us? It does. Okay, this is perfect. This is actually perfect now. So I can lunge into that slot. And I can Shadow Sneak the Garchomp for the kill. And maybe the lunge will cause this Incineroar to not deal enough damage to one-hit KO me with the Flare Blitz. Maybe? Maybe? He might just be switching the Garchomp out. Oh my goodness, he switched that one out. That was a good play there. That was a really good play. Because I've lunged this thing, man. And now he's going to get unburdened. Yeah. And now we're down HP on both Pokemon. Attack stat, sorry, not HP. We're down on our attack stat. Ceruledge is like dealing basically nothing. So I basically have to protect and try and pick up a KO onto Sneasler with Bitter Blade here. But I don't think we do under the sun, even with -2 attack. We are... Are we going to be faster than an unburdened Sneasler? That's the real question. He went for Fake Out on the Sneasler, probably so that he can Darkest Lariat with the Incineroar. We do pick up the KO on the Sneasler, which is nice, and we heal up a decent amount. But we wouldn't survive a Darkest Lariat. Oh my god, but he went through the Flare Blitz into that slot. Oh my goodness, dude. I think we have just won the game, ladies and gentlemen. I think we have just won the game. But there's, I mean, Incineroar's a big thing to kill. I think he's probably got a Citrus Berry. We got the Sun Bitter Blade, does absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, maybe we haven't won the game. He does not have a Citrus Berry. The lunge does nothing. Can we survive a Flare Blitz? Wait, even if we don't, he should KO himself. That should be enough for him to kill himself here. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I don't think we had it in us on that game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But hey guys, try the team out. It's really fun. The replica code and future me will be on screen now. Thanks for watching. If you like this team, you'll probably like the one that I made that revolves around Mega Heracross, so I'll put that on screen for you now. The replica code is also on screen now if you want to try this team out for yourself, and I will see you in the next video.